The Mist is an ethereal card of which never shows up in the story as a physical entity. The kanji character on the top of this card is Kiri, meaning fog or mist in Japanese, and this card shows a somewhat mournful image of an elf-like character. The most prominent symbol on this card is the image on her forehead, of which resembles a quotation mark or somewhat the Hebrew letter Yod. Quotation marks as a tool were first used with a religious significance. They were employed to denote a passage of which was taken directly from Holy Scripture, and the letter Yod is the smallest of the Hebrew letters and is also the basis from which all of the other letters are derived. This is interesting as the mist shows no physical form and is seen in the story as simply a fog-like substance, represented here on the card by strands of hair with bubble-like forms within them, such as layers of mist. She could be seen then as a type of quintessence or ether, a synergy of all the elements held by a natural force or field. Ether is space, stillness, that which contains and holds the universe within it. Ether is the element that connects us to spirit, to intuition, to other realms and planes of existence. Isaac Newton suggested the existence of such an invisible, mist-like field in 1704, and by the 19th century it was hypothesized that ether may be the carrier of light or electromagnetic radiation. By the late 19th century, however, ether was questioned heavily and a series of experiments were unable to detect it, leading eventually to the Michelson-Morley experiment of 1887, of which suggested that ether did not exist, a finding that was apparently confirmed in subsequent experiments throughout to the 1920s. That said, with a synergy of the physical and spiritual, a practice in itself reminiscent of the mystery schools and their teachings of Hermeticism, a kind of ether may be being reborn into the public consciousness once again. This brings us back to the Yod letter, of which symbolises the geometry of creation. It begins with a singularity, a dot, before moving down into the manifested world, and finally spreading outwards, expanding itself into the universe. This, combined with Yod being the seed of every letter in the Hebrew alphabet, makes it an apt symbol for the mist card as a representation of an ether-like field from which all is held and nothing is truly separated from the whole. Mist and fog have long been associated with a change in atmosphere, both physically and psychologically. Some esoteric works call for particular atmospheric conditions for rituals to take place within, a practice of which likely takes its roots from the strange sensations we can all get from twilight and fog-like conditions. In the Silent Hill series, although the fog was originally said to be a cover for poor technical draw distance, it casts a cold and ethereal shadow over the deserted town, making it hard to see and therefore leading to a doubting of the senses of the protagonist, and by extension the player. Ghosts are often described as being somewhat mist-like as well, suggesting a type of memory, imprint or energy of which is not fully manifested or decoded into what we call reality, and therefore appear translucent or as if half obscured by an unseen veil, just as the town of Silent Hill, for example, is half obscured by the mist. The character on this card holds her hands crossed over the space of the heart. almost as if in prayer. To be in a state of prayer is to evoke another sort of ether or connective field, with one's intention being believed to be in communion with a divine source of which dwells not upon the physical face of the earth. On this topic we also can read in the Bible, in James 4:14, about a similar concept. Whereas ye know not what shall be on the morrow. For what is your life? It is even a vapour that appeareth for a little time, and vanisheth away. To draw this card is to find yourself in a rather obscure place to interpret. In the Cardcaptor story, the mist can eat through or destroy anything it touches, perhaps representing a need to dissolve the obstacles in one's life or to see through the situations of which are keeping us in place. Metaphysically, it could be calling upon us to understand our world in a way of which invokes the atmospheric changes and subtle sensations such as mist, fog, and the old ideas of psychical fields connecting us to the greater cosmos, once more bringing us in line with the most ancient religions and their hermetic traditions.